Hey guys, welcome to another Tech Tuesday. I'm Richard Lutz, and it is my goal to talk about some of the gear and techniques that I'm using to make the work that I'm involved with, that is motion, that is stills. And today we are changing things up a little bit. We're going to be talking about my new Canon 7D. Recently I picked up a used Canon 7D from Sammy's Camera here in Los Angeles. You're probably wondering why I went with the 7D, and we will get to all of that here in a quick moment, but a little bit of backstory. In the summer of 2016, I went out to Chicago and I brought my GH4. I was shooting a combination of motion and stills. The GH4 performed fine when I was shooting motion, no problems. However, shooting stills was a royal pain in the ass. Don't get me wrong, I got some decent pictures out of the trip. However, I know that if I were on a Canon system, that my images would have been better. The metering within a Canon makes complete sense for me. I can see the entire meter, but within the GH4, you can only see a portion of the meter. You only see the portion of the meter if you're underexposed, or the portion where you're overexposed. You only see that half of your dynamic range. So shooting stills and trying to retrain my brain to do that sort of behavior was difficult. Not to mention, I'm used to the Canon ergonomics. I'm used to using my index finger to control my shutter speed. On my GH4, that controls the f-stop. So little things of that nature were super confusing in terms of how I operate the camera. Like I said before, I got some decent images out of that trip. I'm happy with how some of the images turned out, but at the end of the day, I think working on a Canon system makes a lot more sense for stills. Later in 2016, I went to San Diego, where I experienced the same problem. I wanted a camera system that I can use to focus my eye and train my eye in making images that people find compelling and moving. If you're new to photography, if you're new to trying to start out in the business, if you want the latest, greatest thing, yet you don't have the money, don't be afraid to buy used equipment. Before we know it, there's going to be a better camera system that allows us to make images in a more compelling fashion. So that's all I got for today on this episode of Tech Tuesday. If you have thoughts and opinions, please put them in the comments below. Also, it would be huge if you checked out my podcast, Render Time. It is my goal to talk with people in the business about the challenges and the difficulties that they face in terms of their own creative journeys working in the entertainment industry. Until next time, create, share, and sustain the life you want. Get out there and make some awesome work, guys.